I'm going to have you guys introduce yourself real quick.
Hi, I'm Boink, Houston Outlaws. I play support.
I'm Mendo on the bench.
That's toxic.
All right, guys. If you had to delete one hero, who would it be? Who do you hate having to go up against, or not, or who do you like not?
Yeah, I know what he's gonna say, and I don't want that to happen.
I mean, okay, if Boink's playing it, Lucio. Other than that, Brig. Lucio should be deleted if Boink's playing it. Anyone else, Brig.
It's hard to say.
Lucio.
It's definitely not Lucio. That is by far the best hero in the game. Maybe like.
Why do you think Lucio's the best hero in the game?
Because he's fast.
He's fast.
You gotta go fast.
Yes.
Very versatile. Do a lot of things. In and out, you know. It's good.
Do you love booping people off the map?
That's the best part.
How satisfying is that?
It feels good every time. And
Every
you know, like,
single
everything.
time.
See, that's important. A lot of people don't make that, like, distinction where they go, oh, it feels good. And it's like, no, it feels good every time you do it for years and years. It feels good every time. You'll never lose that feeling. Exactly.
Yeah, every time I see somebody boop somebody off the map, I'm like,
Yes. It just feels
makes me
good.
excited.
When he plays deathmatch, I stop playing deathmatch. I don't play.
I play deathmatch a lot, and he gets annoyed.
Oh, no. Oh.
I think it would have to be, like, I would say Mercy, but that's only because of how strong she is right now.
She got nerfed, but I can't say a whole lot.
She's still super strong. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like, she's almost overbearing, but she did get nerfed again, so I haven't played around with that too much. So, it's hard to say off of, like, overall. Maybe Trace.
I don't know.
No, Tracer's good, though.
Tracer's good.
Annoying, but it's like a good, like, design.
Yes.
She can't res anyone who died.
Yes.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
Doofus is dumb. Sombra is dumb. Brig is
Sombra,
dumb.
Sombra. That's the hero. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep,
Sombra?
that's the hero.
That's
Pack
the
is
one
too
to
strong.
delete?
Yes.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And it's just so quick and she's
Exactly.
Of course you say that's a Lucio player.
Yeah. I lose everything. I become a range. Yes. Of course. Yes. That is the hero. Thank you for bringing that up. Definitely the hero.
All right. Who are some of your favorite Overwatch League players who are not on the Houston Outlaws?
Sabielby.
Sabielby's cool.
Okay.
I like a lot of the New York players.
Yeah. New York's pretty strong. Who's one player that you personally look up to?
Sabielby.
I'd say Custa. I think Custa's a really good player. I think he doesn't get a lot. He gets credit in different ways, but I think like overall is like a all-around player. He's done a lot of different things, so I think he's like a really good player overall.
He's very versatile.
Exactly, and he's a really good leader too.
The ability to adapt is a really strong quality.
Yeah, he gets a lot of credit in other areas, but like there's some that he should get more credit in, I think.
Sabielby for me is just, when I was in Korea, he was the only tracer that just shit on me. And then he just never stopped shitting on me. In my mind, he's just the best tracer player in the world.
Oh, wow.
I'd agree.
All right. Let's see. What inspired your username?
Old TF2. I played TF2 before. That's where it came from. I think I was in like 8th grade when I made the name, and then it just stuck. So
I'm just a huge anime fan, and the meaning of my nickname is a Japanese word for troublesome and bothersome. So lazy people use it all the time, and yeah, I'm very lazy. So
I can see that. Make sure this is still. All right. What influenced you to be the particular role that you are?
I actually started off as like, I played pretty much everything, but it was mostly like my role was needed. A lot of people didn't play support back in the day, and there was more supports needed, like really good players on support. So I just eventually transitioned to that because I called a lot from my like previous role of off tank, and then a calling player that needed to play support. It just made sense.
Okay.
Same for me as like back in like post beta, I had this like mix and match team, and my teammates wanted to put me on DPS, but I would have to flex depending on what patch it was meta and stuff, and then I would always just play what the team wanted me to play. And for the longest time, that was just Tracer. So
there are 3 beams on the screen right now.
I love Moira. Moira Mercy main right now for me.
Okay, I respect that.
Been Mercy main since day 1.
Got the ends.
All right.
I hate Moira.
Moira's awesome.
I hate Moira. She's self-healing. Right place.
If there was one ultimate in the game that you could have in real life, what would it be?
Ultimate. That's interesting because a lot of it's like abilities. This question's mostly abilities, not ultimates.
That's
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm like thinking through all the ultimates. Maybe Mercy, because you could fly.
Valkyrie mode,
yes.
yeah.
That's like a good one. Like being
That's
able
what
to
Kip and
fly.
I like.
Yeah, exactly.
The Outlaws take it with just this round.
everything else kind of destructive. Like I don't want to reptile or a pulse bomb. I don't know what I would do that.
I mean, if you like had mental health problems, you could be Zen and you could experience tranquility.
Which one of y'all died?
Or just fly. Yeah. Just fly.
Or just fly. Yeah, flying's pretty good. Yeah,
So Valkyrie?
probably.
Yeah.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Alright, if you were... Let's hold on, actually.
If you guys haven't jumped in line already for the RTX Showdown, make sure you're hitting us up over here.
What are some tips for improving your aim on Overwatch?
Labeling Sector 6.
Focus on yourself, not your teammates. A lot of people, when they play like ranked games, they say, "Oh, I would have won if like one of my other 5 teammates did better or anything like that." Like the only thing that matters in improving yourself is what you do per game. So like look at the big picture of what you're doing and stuff like that, and like focus on yourself more than anyone else. Because the second you try and look at other people or blame other people, even if it's true, it doesn't like help you at all.
2, 3, 4,
Any
5.
suggestions?
No, I pretty much nailed it. That's it.
Awesome.
It's a good mindset.
Alright. If you had to live with one of the Houston Outlaws team members, who would it be?
Turtle Beach.
See, it's hard to say because there's a lot of them that have girlfriends. So like, I don't want to force someone to live with me when they have a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't
Like,
want to
it's
make
awkward.
it you wouldn't want to like feed off of the awkwardness?
No.
Make it as awkward as possible?
That is not me.
No?
I try to be the least awkward and most like out of the way person possible. Like if I had to experience someone every day, like it changed the question to be like I had to be with someone every day, probably Cool Matt, just because he's by far the funniest person, and he would make it always funny. But I wouldn't want to live with him. He has a girlfriend that he's lived with for a long time. I'm not forcing that on anybody.
I mean, I would say the same thing with Muma, but he has a boyfriend, and because me and Muma flirt, that would also be like really awkward. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
See, it's hard when you involve other living situations.
If it was only like specific people, Muma would be easy. Boink too, because we already live together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah.
Well, that works. Whoop. Dropping
See,
things.
that brings you, girlfriend. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to force that on anybody.
Yeah.
That's like,
I don't want to live with Muma and his boyfriend when Muma and I flirt.
See, exactly.
Yeah,
It's different.
It's like,
it's a hard question to
yeah,
answer.
it's hard.
How do you How do you overcome the language barrier between you and other players?
You make like keywords beforehand. Like you can't make complex things when they don't understand the language as well. So what you have to do is you have to like decide things beforehand, like certain ways to say certain things, and then you work off of that. You build like a foundation of like certain keywords, and then when you come to a point where you didn't know how to explain something or they were lost in something, you explain it, and then you add it to the foundation, and you slowly build it up.
All right. Any suggestions?
I wouldn't know much about that.
No.
Not on the bench, yeah.
All right. I think that's it for now. So thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it today.
Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
It's been an awesome event, actually.